It's on. I have to be there. My dear youngsters, I am delighted to meet the prestigious IIT students from Chennai and share some of my thoughts, some off the record, some on record. Off the record, this is not any secret, but just for you youngsters to have an insight of our system. I'm happy to know that all of you represent the Student Legislative Council of the Institute, which has been doing a stellar job by providing a platform to resolve the issues concerning students' academic and non-academic matters. I was happy to learn that IIT Madras has been implementing a unique model of student bodies without politicalization along party lines for the past 35 years, following democratic principles and values. And I compliment the Institute for the same. I appreciate the IIT. It is essential that divergent points of view and opinions are expressed to improve the prevailing challenges and scenario. In other words, SLC is like a mini parliament. I have always been emphasizing that people must elect representatives who possess the following four C's: character, caliber, capacity, and conduct. That is very vital for any system, whether it is for parliament, assembly, or even for this thing also. I have always been emphasizing about the same, but unfortunately now what is happening in the political system, instead of these four C's, the other four C's have come. The other four C's are caste, community, criminality, and cash. They are also playing important role in the public elections. That has not yet come to the student level. To some extent, I am told it's also, but not all four that way. They are getting preference. Then that means merit goes, capacity goes, caliber goes, conduct goes. So one has to be guided by that. It is time for the people and political parties to do serious introspection on this issue. I am of the strong view the only way to raise the level of debate, to raise the level of governance, and also to convey morals and ethics to the society is to get leadership elected on the basis of character, caliber, capacity, and conduct. I am also impressed by the process, the university elections, that you prepare one-page manifesto and hold soapbox meetings, small gatherings to explain his or her version. That's a good thing, so that the others have an opportunity to know your capacity and caliber. I remember during my student days, I contested as the president. I was fortunate at every level. I was selected or elected. School, I was school people leader. College, I was vice president, then president. University, I was students union president. Like that. In the university, there is a wonderful system. The president candidate, along with the panel, will be given an opportunity to visit every classroom twice. There are a number of classrooms, university, number of colleges are there. So we go to classroom and address them. They ask questions. And then there is an opportunity to go to ladies' hostel. So that was an interesting thing for many of the youngsters those days. So all of them go. And then there also you address the ladies' hostel. Then questions. The girls, they will be preparing, or they used to get ready by reading Illustrated Weekly. Those days there used to be one Illustrated Weekly magazine, knowledgeable. Reader's Digest and all, and be prepared with questions. And they will be asking questions also. And then you have to answer. Then lastly, after the campaign is over, then there is one Erskine Square Science open auditorium, where both the candidates, the principal will be presiding, and the topic will be given then and there, half an hour before. And each one is given 30 minutes time. You can speak on the topic. And then, end of the meeting, you go to the classroom and vote accordingly. So by the time the speeches are over, the result will be broadly known, because the response of the students to the speeches, etc. I remember when I contested as the president, that was a wonderful experience, a stepping stone for public debate, etc. So the public representatives must represent the voice of the people in the legislature. We need public representatives who are receptive to the sufferings of the poor and downtrodden. We also need leaders who understand the growing aspirations of the youth and their language. Disrupting the precious time of legislature would not do any good except making it to the headlines of the newspapers. That headline of the newspaper, they think it is a deadline. After some time it becomes a deadline, because there is no line in that. So the debate has to be meaningful and constructive. Then you can make an impression. Universities or institutions of higher learning must play meaningful roles in establishing a link between society, politics, economy, culture, science, and industry. Our education system must move from examination or degree awarding mode to knowledge creation mode. Education is not for employment. There is a misconception in the minds of the people. One is because of earlier poverty rise and all. Now we have traveled a lot. Education is for enlightenment. Education is for enhancement of your knowledge. Education is for empowerment. And then education is for employment also. But we are doing it reversely. So knowledge acquisition is very, very important. Students, representatives such as the SLC must work towards enhancing employable skills at the institutional level. Employment means not government again, self-employment. That's why Prime Minister have started a skill development scheme and a ministry also. Big way, Mudra, then Make in India, Skill India, Digital India, Green India, all this innovation, incubation, startup, stand-up. New things have been added to the vocabulary of development of this thing by the Prime Minister. Because the Prime Minister said, reform, perform and transform. Transform the nation. What is the purpose of the transformation? Transformation to better the lives of the people. That is what is going on in the country. A lot of changes are happening. The changes for good. We must focus more on that. And also within our institutions also, what are the better ways of improving? What are the new ideas, new innovations? Because things are not constant. World is open now. We have a global village. And then we have LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization. It's a reality. You can't live in isolation and have a consolation. So you are living with the international community. You must go through the better practices. You must convey your practice to others and then share for a better world of tomorrow. I suggest that IITs and other institutions, students must be encouraged to interact with the rural people. They should know the life of the people in the rural area. It will also help students to develop empathy and compassion and eventually make them better human beings. You need to end the urban-rural divide. Even after so many years, we have 20% poverty, 20% illiteracy, and you have gender discrimination here and there, and you have some social discrimination here and there. Maybe small in number, but they are sending a wrong message to us, to the international community. So we have to take care of those aspects and at the same time move on. Fortunately, India is moving on as per the latest reports of the World Bank, World Economic Forum, and also ADB, our International Monetary Fund. India is poised to become third largest economy in the near future if you continue these reforms. So for that you need an able leader and a stable government also, irrespective of which party it is. So you have to understand, what I suggest to students is, don't get into politics, but know politics. This is my advice. Because you have to precious time, you have to use it for your studies, for enhancement of your knowledge. At the same time, know politics, what is happening, because you are already adults, you are all voters also, keeping that in mind. But don't do politics in the campus. I don't want anything to have political overtones in the institutions. Our democracy and constitutional values act as pillars of the developmental process. The Constitution embodies the ideals and expression of the people of India. It acts as a guiding principle to the elected political class to protect the interest of every citizen. Constitutional values such as liberty, equality, fraternity, sovereignty, and secularism promote oneness. Secularism is safe in India not because of the Constitution, not because of this party or that party. Secularism is safe in India because it is in the DNA of Indian people. Sarva Dharma Samabhavana. Some people try to rake up that for political this thing, but at the end of the day, we are tolerant. We are a tolerant nation. And then share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. Vasudaika Kutumbakam, Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. This is what is said. So keeping that in mind, we must have sympathy, empathy, concern for the other people. To sustain democracy, we need a meaningful and constructive debates to exchange ideas and reflect on what is happening. Students should be in the vanguard of the movement to strengthen the foundation value of our democracy and build a new India. I'm very happy IITs by and large, IIMs, and most of the universities are focusing more on academics. There are some 800 universities across the country. The number is increasing day by day. It's difficult to remember exact number of universities. IITs also, now this government is expanding, AIMS also. Keeping that in mind, you must focus more on education, more on research, more on innovation, and come with good ideas for the betterment of the lives of the people, rather than quarreling on silly issues. And we should not be in the news for negative reasons, universities and all. I've seen somewhere here and there some controversy about kissing festival. If you want to kiss anybody and you have consent, you go to the room and do it, whatever you want to do. Why should you do it openly? And then create an unnecessary uneasiness among the people. And about food also. What India is a free country. Whatever food you want to eat, eat. But why should there be a festival for this, that and all? So to hurt the sentiments of others. These are the common sense, simple things that has to be understood. Unfortunately, in the name of so-called ideology, this ideology, that idea, these controversies are made and the institutions are getting bad name. The Constitution provides you can eat any food. Nobody stops. I was the president of the BJP. People used to say, BJP is a vegetarian party. I am a 100% pakka non-vegetarian. And I practiced it also. Nobody objected to me. Nobody objected to me. Even in the meetings, I used to organize non-vegetarian as the BJP national executive. This is all myth and propagandas of that. Food is of choice, one. And secondly, there should not be quarrel about languages. I have one advice. I will conclude by saying that because Parliament is. Everybody, all youngsters, should remember 5 things. 1, remember mother forever. Mother includes father also. Woman means W-O-M-A-N. Man is there, and woman. Parents, who has given you the beautiful birth opportunity. Second is Janmabhoomi, native place. You should never forget your native place. Third, mother tongue, the language that has come from mother's womb. You should never forget it, ignore it. Protect, practice, propagate, promote mother tongue. Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayali, Marathi, Punjabi, Assami, Bhojpuri, Kashmiri, Dogri, Urdu, whatever language that has come from mother's womb. Because bhavana and bhasha ek saath chalta hai. It's meaningless to oppose any language. No language should be forced on anybody. But at the same time, you must learn as many languages as possible. But first, you must learn your mother tongue. You must perfect because you will be able to articulate better in your mother tongue. I would like to see in India a day where people are allowed to get education in their mother tongue fully, including professional courses. That will take time, but effort should be made. If once you make an effort, it's not difficult. Nowadays you have translation, simultaneous, and people should argue cases in the court in their local language. The advocate speaks in English, the client do not know, the people do not know. What is the purpose? And also doctors, they must also know the local language. After all, you are going to treat ordinary people. Tahsildar, collector, everybody has to know the local language also. So this, that's why I am emphasizing nowadays, wherever I am going, mother tongue is like your eyesight. Other language is like your spectacle. If you have eyesight, spectacle will work. If you don't have eyesight, even if you wear Ray-Ban also, glasses also, nothing. So first, have foundation in mother tongue. And then, fourth is motherland, country which has given you this beautiful birth. Attack to Cuttack, Kanyakumari, Kashmir, irrespective of caste, creed, sex, religion and region. India is one. We are one nation. Unity of the country, safety and security of the country is vital. That commitment has to be there. It's like one body. Something happens to the foot, the mind thinks about it, the eyes looks down and the body bends and then the finger goes there and then try to find out what is happening. That's the unity country also should show. And then even if you want to go abroad after this, there is no need now nowadays. Those days have gone. Everything is available here. And you want to go abroad, go, learn, earn and return. You must come back and serve your motherland at the end of the day. And fifth, Guru. With all technological advancement, Google is very important now. But Google also has to be managed by a Guru. So Guru is very important. Should respect our Gurus and who has given us this knowledge. This is my advice to all the youngsters. Have discipline, aim high and dream high. Simply dreaming, you will not. Abdul Kalam said, dream. Dream, aim and work hard. If you work hard, you can excel. Kalamji worked hard. He never went to convent in the beginning, but still became one of the popular scientists. Prime Minister Modi never went to convent. He's the Prime Minister, popular Prime Minister. Even my own example, I am from an agriculture family. None of my family members were educated more than 10th class. I used to walk 3 kilometers every day to go to elementary school because there was no school in my village. But still, I could reach the second constitutional position in the country. There are not many people, many people. My advice to all of you is work hard, aim high, be disciplined. Discipline not for because of your director, IIT director, Bhanumurthy, or somebody. Discipline for yourself, for your country. Recently, Prime Minister gave one line advice. He said, everybody should work hard. Everybody doing their work is patriotism, he said. He explained patriotism in one word. What is Deshabhakti? Everybody doing their work. Oh, initially I was surprised. What is this? A great advice. Everybody doing their work. Teacher does his work. Pune does his work. Actor does his work. Tractor running farmer do his work. Everybody follow rules and regulations. Then automatically the country will prosper. Simple. So as youngsters, you also try to follow the rules, regulations, systems and customs, respect our culture and heritage, then work hard and remember that your parents, they have sent you by saving money and also foregoing some of their desires. They want you, the children, to be educated. So we must live up to their expectations and then do well. All the best to you. God bless you all.